right, let's just double check and make sure we're live everywhere. Looks good. Should see me on Facebook as well. Just give me just a second. Machine is struggling, but it's working. All right. I'll give that one a little bit of a break. Okay, here we go. So, welcome. Apologies that we missed last week. Both Grant and I were feeling a little bit under the weather. This week, however, we are, on the mend, shall we say. Grant is still unable to join us, but he should be back next week. I'll be back next week, and it's it's the news. It never stops. There's always something new in the news. So, with that in mind, just a couple of really quick announcements. First of all, of course, conferences that are upcoming. Just going to bring up a couple of them here. And it's always dependent on me typing properly. Okay, boy, there seems to be a lot of possible conferences. Looks like there's even one coming up in May in Alberta. So that's good. I'm going to go investigate that one after we're done here. Okay, so the next big conference that is, of course, upcoming, we should have in St. Louis, Missouri, if it comes up here as quickly as I want it to. Just want to make sure I get the dates right. I don't want to send you there at the wrong time. Heartland Hypnosis Conference. There it is. All right, so coming up on April 25th to the 27th, you have the Heartland Hypnosis Conference. And with Heartland, it is a smaller, it is an intimate conference in the sense that you get an opportunity to meet people and talk with people in a less busy atmosphere. And that can be important because just like Performing Hypnosis, the Performing Hypnosis Summit that we have in January upcoming, that ability to just connect with people is so huge. And if you were at the Performing Hypnosis Summit, you would have known that my talk was basically mentorship. In particular, of course, related to how Jim was my mentor, but the importance of mentorship, the importance of being able to connect, and the importance of having people that support you. Well, that doesn't happen by accident. That happens intentionally. And so when you get a chance to go to the Heartland Hypnosis Conference or another hypnosis conference, boy, my machine is really lagging here. Apologies. I'll flip to another piece of technology. Because just as I do that, of course, everything will come up, right? All right. Kick that out of the way. Heartland Hypnosis Conference. Here we go. All right. So the speaker schedule, of course, has been set. You still have time to register. You can save, according to the website here, you can save 50% if you register before April 1st. Of course, when you register, you're also going to want to make sure that you have the opportunity to book the conference hotel. There's just, I can't stress this enough. Because I know what happened to Jim at HypnoThoughts when the one time that I was able to go and take his course back a few years ago. He wound up staying at a different hotel, and it was a pain because He had equipment that needed to go back and forth, and a whole bunch of other things. And so, don't sleep on getting hotel rooms. And I will say that for every conference that you attend. So, if you're going to HypnoThoughts, get your hotel room, book it now. Don't wait. Even Scott has said that on the HypnoThoughts updates a couple of times. There is a limited number of rooms, and you want to make sure that you get a room in the hotel. Why? It just makes things easier. You don't have to Uber back and forth between hotels. You don't have to cut out of one class to get back to a hotel or anything like that. It just makes things easier. You can enjoy the conference knowing that you're there. It's hopefully just an elevator ride down, and that's about it. So, but April the 25th to the 27th, St. Louis, Missouri. Heartland Hypnosis Conference 2025. This one is the 10th. Discounting the COVID year or years. Looks like just year, missed 2020, but this is the 10th meeting of the event. So, this one will be a special one. And of course, we've lost Jim and Anthony Gailey, so there'll be some special tributes to them as well. So, if you need more information, heartlandhypnosisconference.com. Now, next one that I'm going to update is the Pacific Northwest. If I can spell Pacific, I should be specific with Pacific. Oh, that was a dad joke. All right, let's see if we can figure this. Oh, no, that's not it. There we go. Okay, so Pacific Northwest coming up in June. So you've got April, nothing in May other than a couple that I'm going to check out for next week. So we'll make sure we have those for you. In June 7th and June 8th, that Saturday and Sunday, the Pacific Northwest Conference. Of course, Jim was heavily involved in that one. But do make sure that you get out there and support Anthony, who is carrying on with that. Their list of speakers: Natalia Chaviskaya, Jody Solberg, who is a guest on Hypnosis Hero. We had a great conversation, Jody and I, when we were able to meet. Elena Huttenmacher, and the list goes on. So you've got some big names. Lainey Gonzalez is there. I think she's also speaking at HypnoThoughts as well. So you've got a lot of people there that are going to be on the West Coast in June 7th and 8th. And again, same thing. Get your ticket, book your hotel room so that you can be at the conference hotel. Okay, and last but not least, well, I shouldn't say last, second last, the renamed Michigan International. There we go. Look at that. I even got it right the first time. Okay, Michigan International Hypnosis Conference 2025. Hang on here. Look at that. We have opening keynote, Carolyn Ching. Closing keynote, Vinny Briggins. Vinny is really awesome. He and I have collaborated a few times on lives over TikTok, and have yet to meet in person, but we will. And of course, Grant will be there as a presenter. Lots of good things that are going to happen. September the 12th to September the 14th. So that's mid-September, which of course for me is in school startup time. So I unfortunately won't be able to make it. But tell you what, There's still a little bit of room for presenter proposals to be accepted. You have a few days left on that, so please, uh, if you are thinking about being a presenter, it's never a bad idea to start out at a conference where your audience isn't an auditorium. That it's more of a classroom size. It's something that is easier to manage, and gives you a feel for what it's like to be in front of a crowd. Because if you've never done it before, it is a little bit of a different experience. So presenting as opposed to just taking notes and sitting there. So please, if you are looking at being a speaker, you've got a little bit of time to submit a proposal for speaking. And Dan Goyette, of course, who is a friend of the Performing Hypnosis Summit and a whole bunch of, actually, almost every conference that is going on, uh, they will take care of you, yeah, that one is on I don't want to say it's a bucket list because it makes it sound like it's, one of those things I'll get to whenever. Not on my bucket list, but it is on my list of things to do. Definitely before I retire from, the hypnosis world. So, and I'm not that far away from retiring in the education world. So once that happens, it frees up a September that I might be able to make it out to Michigan. You never know. It's actually one corner of the U.S. that I actually haven't been to yet. Hey, Stacy, good to see you. Just rolling through the hypnosis news here. Last but not least, of course, is the Performing Hypnosis Summit 2026. Boy, it sounds like it's a long way away. Performing Hypnosis Summit. And I'm going to have to build all my graphics for these for next week so that Grant and I have them all. But the Performing Hypnosis Summit 2026 preparations are underway. We've already had a number of meetings about, finishing off business from this past January, and now we are, according to the ticker, 308 days away. So when you think about that, that means that 2 months have gone by already since the summit. And your 2026 tickets, yes, you can get them. They're already available on the website, and when you do get them, book your hotel room. That hotel room block is, I believe, that is available. So we will be back at the Gold Coast Casino. It was, it was a smaller setting, which was actually really good for the conference. It was things were easy, accessible. We were closer to the Strip when it came time to go for outings and things of that nature, and it just worked out really, really well. And so we'll be back there January 23rd to 25th. There'll be some pre-conference and post-conference sessions that will come out with that. All of that to come, of course, if you are thinking about being a speaker at the Performing Hypnosis Summit. Please feel free to start getting your proposals together and to get ready to make those pitches. I have to say, over the last 3 years, I've been so impressed and thankful for the quality of speakers that we've had, the amount of experience. They say there's no shortcut to success. There is a shortcut to success, and it's called wisdom. But it doesn't have to be your wisdom. It can be the wisdom of the people that have come before you. And again, smaller settings, so you have that ability to connect, and really think about and talk about and mull over and, ask the questions. And so, yeah, Performing Hypnosis Summit is it's already underway. We're ready to expand on the planning and get things going. If you bought a ticket from last year, videos are up on the website, so you should be able to get those with your ticket. And yeah, if there's anything else HypnoNews wise, please feel free to email Grant or I. Whether that's a conference or you want us to highlight a show. I've got one coming up next week here in my hometown of Yorkton. So April the 4th, Friday, April 4th at 7:30 p.m. A friend of mine, Citric James, magician, illusionist, really cool guy all around. and I will be doing a double feature, hypnosis and magic. So that's upcoming. Again, don't want to take anything away from HypnoThoughts. If you are wanting to attend HypnoThoughts in July, really you need to get on getting your tickets and your hotel rooms. And make sure you are signed up for the updates that Scott Salmon would send out, because it's important information. It keeps you apprised of where things are at. Ticket sales, they go fast. They start going faster now because people are starting to make their plans. Hotel rooms, they go fast. Guess what? They're going faster now because people are making their plans. So you want to make sure that you get yourself where you want to be, and then you can attend the conference accordingly. The airline tickets and all of that's a separate piece. We'll leave the travel arrangements to you, but definitely you want to make sure the destination is ready to receive you. So with that in mind, I am going to sign off here. So on behalf of Grant, who again is under the weather, should be back next week, and myself, who will be back next week, have a great evening.